All right, so I found this video about when Peter Bernstein talks about scales, and we're basically gonna watch it because we want to decode what he thinks, and we want to know what the man himself says.
Like the scale is just like,
There we go.
you know, the onion and the knife. That's all it is. So people look for scales and they're like, I got my knife, I got my onion, and I can chop some stuff. And well, I don't want to do the obvious joke here, but they're just gonna be, you know, crying.
Yeah.
So what did he say here? Okay, so Peter Bernstein literally said, a scale is like you have the onion and you have the knife. Wait, you have the onion, you have the knife. And when playing a scale, you're just gonna cry. If that's all you have. Imagine that's all you have. Imagine you're gonna play jazz and the only thing you're like, to play jazz you need scales. That's exactly what it is. Like to cook food you need knife. It's like, yeah, you need knife, but you kinda, there's so many more things that goes into cooking. So I guess that's what he says. And like, my philosophy would be that you need the language. Like, I think that's what he's gonna say too. Like, it's about the jazz language. It's a language. As like, imagine you're learning Russian. You're not gonna just go learn words. You're gonna actually hear people talk the language. It is a language. So the scale is just, it's just the it's just almost like just words, I'd say. But being able to put the words in context and making them sound good, well, that's the language. Okay, so let's see what he talks about more.
The last part, that's the flat 5 of the C7. But you learn that phrase is just, oh man, he's just playing 1-5, 1-5, and with the diminished.
1-5, 1-5. Okay, so I actually know that phrase. It's from the tune. Wait, sorry. It's from the tune Bebop, right? So it's okay, so what he's saying is just 1-5. So F minor C7, F minor C7, and I mean, and that's like, I mean, that's just so much language to me. So I guess that's like something that he would say. It's like so much of this stuff is just like pure, like you hear, it's just language, you know. It's almost like hard for me to explain, but like I like Pat Martino's approach to this so much, which is like the minor what's it called, the minor conversion concept. The minor conversion concept, which it's like it's like the thing that made me good at guitar. It's like the biggest hack ever. You will get so good at the guitar if you learn the minor conversion. I'm gonna do more videos about that. But like basically having a G minor 7 flat 5, you can play a B flat minor Dorian, right? So you know how that's the bebop sound? Like, you know how that you've heard a lot of players. So you know how you've heard that? It's basically me playing B flat minor Dorian over a G minor 7 flat 5, okay? And you know why that works? What do we have there? Well, we have a B flat minor triad. Like imagine you have, it's so much B flat minor inside of that. Now, why would you play something like a G minor, like G Locrian? Like, don't do that. You will cry. Like Peter Bernstein said, you will literally cry. All right, let's see what he says.
It's not necessary for me to memorize that it's G minor 7, right, flat 5. What's important for me to memorize is the first movement, so that this can be.
Okay, so what he did there, I'm trying to follow along. He's quite quick with his explanations, but I think he played what's it that tune called? Da, 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 da. I can't come up with a name. It's called. It's okay. I know people know this, Tom, but it's a tune that starts G minor 7, as we talked about actually. C7, F minor, and it starts like that, right? And what he talks about is look at the melody note. Okay. Okay. So that's the first part. So what he talks about is look at the melody note and actually see the movement. So it's not just da ba ba ba. You can like think about it as like. Okay, so what he does is he does a chromatic 2/5 instead to F minor, which is really cool. So you start on, instead of starting on G minor 7 flat 5, you do this A flat minor to D flat 7, G minor, C7, F minor. And the funny thing is, if you take the G minor 7 flat 5, you got the flat 5 there, right? Now take the bass note and you put it a half note up. This is an A flat minor 11, okay? Imagine you do this. So that I bet you know that. So you do that, and you do it like this. So you just move it a half note down. Okay, so instead of just playing, you can play. So that's what he basically talks about. So that means you can do like. Okay, so you can find stuff that's doing that. Like you can play around with that, okay? Okay? And that means you can also solo using that concept. Okay? I don't know. You can find stuff. So that's also a really cool concept, and that's basically what he talks about. He's not talking about scales here. Did you realize that? He never talked about scales. Okay, let's see if he talks about anything else, which is interesting. Let's see.
So that's the movement.
Oh yeah.
Now that sounds good as a voice leading. I want to make my line from that. It's not so much about what scale it is. It's about I'm going to make this. Not every line has to have all the notes in the voicing, but the idea is that I want to play a line that describes this motion.
So basically, what he says there is, and what I think is, okay. So he's playing in a 2/5/1 in C minor, and he's talking about like using the phrase, like what's it called, the voicing, and letting that lead the way in your improvisation. So instead of like D Locrian, G diminished, C minor Dorian, he just says take this voicing, which is a C major 7 with a flat 5. You could see it, or you can see it like a A minor major 7 with a flat 7 too. I don't know. Like I would say, in terms of D minor, you can see it as a D minor 11. You probably play that, but instead of playing it like that, you do it like. So that's a really hip way of doing it. Okay, so that's a really hip way of playing. So you can play that A flat thing, that D minor 7. This will be a D minor 11 with a flat 5 also. So that's a nice dissonance. So that's a really hip thing. So what you could do is you can basically let this lead the way in your improvisation. Like, what would you play? I don't know, like, I'm not used to doing that so much, but that's basically what he says. So, and there you can do like, so like so I guess that's something, I guess that's what he talks about, like just play voicings and let them lead the way in your improvisation. So that's a C minor, right? Can you be creative with this? I don't know, but it's like just a nice way of thinking about it. You can like be really creative, and the idea is not to sit and be like, okay, what scale is he playing? It's more like, okay, I see that the voicing is a G in the G minor case. It's a G minor 7 flat 5. Okay, but if I would move, oh wow, that sound is really beautiful. So that's so that means you can play that in whatever case. If you have a 2-5-1, you can be that hip guy that does this. I love being that guy when you like see a 2. Imagine you have All the Things You Are. You know that part in All the Things You Are? So you can do. So you can do. So instead of doing that, you can do. Okay, well, this clash. Actually, that would clash when it goes to that. Maybe that clash too. No, actually, if you play it like. It works. I mean, maybe the melody clashes, but I'm not those like people who say the melody actually clashes. Actually, no, it's okay. It's going fast. It goes past so quick, so it doesn't matter. So that's and imagine you have Stella by Starlight. You know the last part of Stella by Starlight, which goes. And then it goes da ba. You see what I did? Instead of playing, you can play. So that's basically what Peter Bernstein said in this video, which is amazing. And yeah, that's, I guess, I hope you got any value out of this video. It's really fun to just sit and play. And these kinds of videos are really fun to make too, which they're so easy to make and they're so fun to make too. So if you want the jazz genre to not die, I'd encourage you to like the video and subscribe, because we want the message of jazz to go out to more people out there, because we want more people to play jazz. Duh. Okay, so do that, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Okay, take care of yourself, practice this, have fun. Remember to have fun. If you're not having fun, you're just doing something wrong. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.